Well, starting to wish I had gone first at this point. Hello, class of 2018. Before I start my speech, I just want to say, I'm not sure how imagining people make this supposed to make me less uncomfortable. I'm way more uncomfortable. But we made it. By graduating today, we're all statistically decreasing our chances of going to prison. But today shouldn't be about statistics. As much as I love Mr. Sapp and all the other math teachers, today should be a celebration. So to that, I say welcome. Welcome to what I like to call an important marker in the river that is life. And yes, I do say river. Many people like to compare life to a road. I prefer a river, because on a road you can go backwards, you can change things. On a river, it's a one-way trip, and you have to live with the decisions you made. Trust me, I wish I could change some things in high school. Now, back to the river. It's a great analogy because much like life, there are calm, tranquil moments and then rough, dangerous ones, where there's uncertainty about which way your river diverges, which way you should take, which way is the right way to go, and which way is the fun way to go. Today marks the beginning of one of the biggest branches in your river. What you do in the next couple of years can completely change the path you take and affect your whole life. So, be careful. Some paths may appear smooth, easy, and calm, others rocky, violent, and dangerous. Each one has its own challenges. Right now, your biggest challenge is making it through what feels like hours of speakers in the boiling sun and waiting to get that little piece of paper. But I promise this challenging task will be over soon. But there will be others. Harder challenges, things outside of this river that threaten you too in life. Things of which you have little to no control. Society, accidents, relationships, deaths, tragedies that mar your path down the river. We each take our own paths, and oftentimes they converge and diverge briefly. And in high school, this represents our relationships. Our friendships, our quote-unquote romances, and just our association in general. Sorry to say, but our rivers are going to diverge like a lot today. I'm not going to be seeing a lot of you guys after this, and you won't be seeing me. Sorry, but you guys are really bringing down my cool factor. So, unfortunately, you'll be seeing a whole lot less of this beautiful face and deep, manly voice. We will also begin to become independent, not just from others in the class of 2018, but from our parents as well. They've impressed upon us all the knowledge that they could, like how great the music was back when they were growing up and how much better the world was. We've also learned what they deemed necessary for us to know when we go out into the real world. And newsflash for anyone going to college or university, that's in 2 short months. In just 2 months, your river, which was mostly straightforward with just a couple of bends and turns, is going to get really weird. And it's going to become flooded by the chaos that is real life. And your river, it's your own. And the reason for this sudden split is because we haven't had the opportunity to dare to change our lives. We've been stuck in a set of metaphorical training wheels. But it's time to trade out that big wheel for a Ducati or a Harley Davidson or whatever you want. Because soon you'll be able to choose where your river goes, who it crosses paths with, and who it connects with. You'll be able to choose what you want to do with your life. Some of you, myself included, may not know exactly what you want to do yet. And like me, you may be extremely anxious and nervous, and that's alright. Sometimes in life, you have to be able to say, I don't know, and I'll get back to you on that when someone asks you what you're doing. This will come in handy in the next couple of years when your parents ask when you're going to move out of their house and stop eating all of their food. To which you will respond, I don't know, and I'll get back to you on that. Many people will tell you to do what makes you happy, and this is true to an extent. I believe you should do what makes you happy, but I also believe it's just as important to do what makes you say, dang, I didn't peak in high school. Thank goodness. Now, these things tend to go hand in hand, but as Shakespeare and Channing Tatum once said, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thanks, Channing. While we can't count on being born great or having greatness thrust upon us, we can achieve greatness. If you do what makes you great, you'll have no nagging voices in the back of your head when you're old saying, what if, or, you idiot, you did peak in high school. In all seriousness, no amount of success is earned without any difficulty, or it wouldn't be that great of a success. In the river of life, the most turbulent paths foster the most beautiful experiences. Many times in life, you will have to make a decision. Take the path that you desperately want to take, but has less assurances, or take the path that looks steadier. The path that's safer, but houses the things you care very little about. And, well, to quote the great late Kurt Vonnegut, I tell you, we are here on earth to fart around, and don't let anybody tell you different. Do the things that make you happy and great. Because what's the point of life if not, like Mr. Vonnegut said, to fart around and do what makes us each the best we can be. And again, you may not know what that is yet, and that's okay. So, to finish off, I'm going to quote Bill Watterson from Calvin Hobbes. The truth is, most of us discover where we are heading when we arrive. So, class of 2018, congratulations, we made it, and never forget to do what makes you a brave and kind and healthy and happy and great person, and to be proud of your river and its twists and turns as you meander through life. Thank you so much. Now let's frickin' do this thing.